On a windblown Iowa farm, USDA Secretary Sonny Perdue brought welcome news for those affected by the recent derecho storm that raged across the Hawkeye State.
I'm here to announce that Iowa is qualified for a secretarial disaster, which will unlock the USDA programs for Iowa farmers. So I'm going to sign that right here now.
With the stroke of a pen, Secretary Perdue designated 18 Iowa counties as primary natural disaster areas. The move clears the way for farmers impacted by last month's derecho storm to apply for emergency loans with the USDA. The signing ceremony was held after the Secretary took a helicopter tour of damaged fields and farms. Secretary Perdue was joined on the flight by Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds, U.S. Senator Joni Ernst, and Iowa Secretary of Agriculture Mike Negg. The infusion of funds is in addition to $4 billion in disaster relief already allocated by President Trump.
I have the heart of a farmer. As a farm boy, sad, somber, sobering, and heartbreaking for people who put their sweat, blood, and tears in a crop to produce it. Looking forward to good harvest, almost to the point there of beginning a harvest, and then there's just devastation.
Last month's derecho ripped through 7 Midwestern states, inflicting devastating damage on farmers and ranchers living along the storm's 770-mile path. Iowa received the brunt of the storm's wrath. Overall, 14 million acres were smashed by the straight-line windstorm, with nearly 6 million of those acres either heavily damaged or destroyed. But the real numbers are yet to be revealed as farmers plan for the upcoming harvest. According to officials at Iowa State University, corn that was damaged in the storm is susceptible to disease, which could further cut yields. Those crops that survived the storm, along with many other fields in the Midwest, are now in a fight with a drought. According to the U.S. Drought Monitor, areas experiencing abnormally dry conditions have decreased slightly, thanks in part to heavy rains brought in by Hurricane Laura. However, over the months of June, July, and August, the numbers of affected areas have expanded. Strings of hot, dry days with above normal temperatures have denied some crops rain that in the past might have averaged anywhere from 6 to 10 inches. For some farmers, the storm damage and the drought are piled on top of issues in the ethanol industry. Corn growers and ethanol producers continue to press the federal government to stop granting small refinery exemptions, or SREs. The exemptions allow petroleum refiners to bypass federal rules requiring the blending of biofuels into gasoline. Petroleum refiners argue the hardship waivers are necessary, as the global pandemic has crushed demand for fuel.
The obligation up here is going to be 15 billion gallons plus what's ever granted to equal a net of 15 billion gallons. That's what the law calls for, and that's what the president's committed, and that's what we expect.
For Market to Market, I'm John Torpy.